This is the Look Back Wrestling Show, and I'm your host, Ali Zakka. Raw and Smackdown from the past week. So Raw had the 25th year anniversary. Raw was excited. Raw was like bringing on everybody. They brought back a lot of people. Surprisingly, The Rock wasn't there, but they had a bunch of other good people there, and it was like a shout out and not a goodbye, but a shout out and just a remembrance and a nostalgic act for 25 years of Raw. So if you're like a old school wrestling fan from the 90s all the way up till today, you would love Raw 25. So I'm gonna talk about a few things here. It wasn't really that much wrestling throughout the night. It was more a bunch of segments and a bunch of shenanigans, I should say. So Raw opens up in two different arenas. I was curious how it's going to play out, and it didn't play out well. So those guys probably shouldn't do it again. Just stick to the one arena, guys. Other than that, I don't know. Maybe I can give better advice on how to do that better. But then again, I'm not going to do that because it's not my place. But I know WWE like to listen to their fans. Just stick to one arena. And they probably know that themselves. So Stephanie and Shane opens up the show, and they talk about, it's Raw 25. They do a whole little, clips and everything. And then they bring out Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon comes out. They say, we created a GoFundMe account to create you this plaque. And I'm thinking, why would they need a GoFundMe account? Why? GoFundMe supposed to help people, not put money towards something that's a plaque. And Vince's like, a plaque? You made a GoFundMe account for a plaque. Okay. And Vince was like, no. And he turns his old Mr. McMahon character and just runs down the crowd and runs out everybody. And then Stone Cold Steve Austin comes out and he doesn't say anything. Vince offers his son Shane up like, here, stun Shane. Shane gets a stunner. Vince and Austin hug it out. They share a beer. Vince coat's getting all drenched with beer because Austin's just patting his back, so his beer all on Vince's coat, which was like, dang, dude. And then they walk towards the crowd, and where Shane's on the mat laid out, Vince is pouring the beer on Shane. Now I'm not sure that was intentional or it was one of the things that happened in the moment, but it was hilarious because Shane's just sitting there just taking it all, because he's playing character, he can't get out, so he's just sitting there taking all this beer that Vince is just pouring on him. And Vince is not doing intentionally. He's raising his hands with Austin. They cheering in front of the crowd. And Vince never looks down at Shane. He just pours all on him. And then the music stops. Stone Cold Steve Austin music playing. The music stops. And Vince turns around. Stunner. Shane gets up. Shane and Austin raise their hands up. Shane gets a stunner. And then that segment ends. You have an 8 women tag match. And Sasha, Bayley, Mickey, and Asuka versus Mandy, Nia, Alicia, and Sonya. As you can guess, Team Banks wins. And then at the end of the match, Asuka starts taking, she throws over everybody on the top rope, an elimination. And she does a little Asuka dance. And the Royal Rumble is set for the Raw women. Backstage segment, we have Jonathan Coachman, Teddy Long, and a few others return. And then the Boogeyman all of a sudden appears in the back office with Kurt Angle and them. Because they went to Kurt Angle's office, which when Teddy Long appeared, Brother Love appeared, they kept playing the music. I didn't understand it. Why did you play the music in the background? I guess they were just, I don't know, having fun with it. And the Boogeyman shows up. He takes a bunch of worms out of his hands and put them in Jonathan Coachman's, out of his mouth and put them in Jonathan Coachman's hands. And Coachman's like, okay. He goes, I'm the Boogeyman. I kind of wish the Boogeyman got a better push. I didn't like the whole eating worms part of it, but he seemed like a legit character. Maybe a United States championship, Intercontinental champion. I don't know. I just feel like he wasn't used well enough. I'm not sure, maybe he was just injury prone all the time. I never was into the whole backstory, the backstage stuff on WWE. I always just wondered, how can they push that person? How can they give this person, a title reign? My boy Kofi Kingston, looking at you. Okay. So Undertaker talks in a speech. I I don't sure if it was a retirement speech or he gave a warning to somebody. He was very vague, and we'll find out later down the line. Hopefully WWE has a storyline, or maybe they just, Undertaker's like, I'm just here to make this talk, and I'm going to go away for a while. Which I think he should have done, retire. Then you have tip our hat off to the Raw general managers over the years. You got John Laurinaitis. You have William Regal appear. Eric Bischoff shows up. And it's like, oh, that's cool. That's pretty awesome. Then Daniel Bryan, who's like general manager for the night for, I guess, just a special guest. I'm not sure why Bryan is there, but he was a big part of Raw. And then The Miz comes out, stares down Bryan, and then points at him as he gets ready for his match against Roman Reigns. And this is a match I saw coming, because my pick for the Royal Rumble is Reigns winning the Royal Rumble. That's my pick. So he needs to lose the title. Now, whether that be shenanigans or not, but he needs to lose the title. And The Miz, who just came back from recording his movie, face Roman Reigns, and I was like, The Miz should win this match. The whole time I was thinking, like, The Miz should win this match. And he did. The Miz won. Roman Reigns got focused with the Miz rise a lot. Like, he kept knocking him out. And the whole time I'm thinking, like, after the second or third time Roman Reigns took out the Miz rise, why the ref didn't eject him? He finally did eject him, and Miz rise kind of got out the way. But they kind of got back in the way as they was leaving and got one more Superman punch. Then The Miz hit the skull crushing finale. Roman kicked out. Roman kicked out. And then he about to set Miz up for a spear, and he hits the second turnbuckle, which is exposed. Knocks him out, and then Miz set him up for another skull crushing finale and finish him and get the 1, 2, 3 pin. Over. The Miz is the new Intercontinental Champion. He's now 8-time champion, one behind Chris Jericho. I hope he gets the belt 10 times and just solidify himself as a solid Intercontinental Champion, IC Champion, and then go take on a Universal Champion or go to Smackdown and becomes the WWE Champion. I don't know. But I think The Miz should have another top belt reign. He's just that good. And I think the Mr. Rise, I've been saying it for weeks, should get a better push. That's just me. But I'm not writing the storyline. I'm just here to watch it and enjoy. And by the way, it was a fun match. I was okay with that. The APA, I'm going to talk about this one time and then kind of skim over the rest of it. But the APA was back, and they had playing poker with Heath Slater and Rhino. And then just a bunch of other segments where Jeff Hardy, the MVP, shows up. Ted DiBiase shows up. Then you get the New Day. Then you get Natalya. Then you get just everybody. Titus Worldwide is there, and they say Heath Slater's cheating, which leads to a match later that night. Heath Slater Rhino versus Titus Worldwide. It breaks out into a brawl, and the Dudley Boys show up, and Heath Slater's like, we can take the Dudley Boys. So Rhino, which is Heath Slater's partner, and Titus Worldwide pushes Heath Slater into the ring to get thrown to the lions, and the Dudley Boys 3D'd Heath Slater to a table. Yep. So you had the Peep Show. Christian was back with the Peep Show. I kind of wish Edge was there, but Edge didn't show up. It's cool. But Christian's back with the Peep Show. And you had Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins on there. And Jason Jordan got booed so much. And almost every time he opened his mouth, he was booed. He was booed to the point where he couldn't say anything. And then he goes, Let's give my dad, Kurt Angle, a big round of applause. And he gets him to start clapping. Some people clap, but people are still booing him. They did not let Jason talk. And I think it's hilarious. Jason Jordan's great. And Seth Rollins trying to laugh, but he can't laugh. And I love it. The Bar comes out. They break out to a little scramble with the Bar. And Seth Rollins knocks out Jason Jordan by mistake. Shows that they're not, a team. And so it still be the Bar versus Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan at the Royal Rumble. Okay. And Alexa Bliss and Charlotte have a talk backstage. Ric Flair woos because he's back. And then you got more poker. I already talked about the poker stuff. I'm not going to talk about that again. Just look at my notes here. Broken Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt. This was the build we got. And the match was over. Short match. Bray won. And I was like, what? What is this? Not going to happen in WrestleMania? Not going to happen at, Elimination Chamber? They could have done something better. Maybe this storyline's not over yet. I don't know. I just thought, I was like, why? a bunch of women superstars appear, and they gave them like a big round of applause. Tori Wilson, Trish Stratus, Maurice. Not Maurice showed up. What's her name? Maria Kanellis. Maria Kanellis shows up. A few other Jacqueline showed up. Not Tori. What's her name? Terry Reynolds. Terry Reynolds. I think it's Reynolds. Nope. Don't quote me on that one, guys. I'm sorry. Terry, I think. But anyway, there's a handful of them. Future former women superstars and performers that all showed up, and they was there. Got a big round of applause. So I was like, okay. I don't know. I think it's just like the nostalgia act of it. Oh, Y2J and Elias Sampson in the back. Hilarious. So Elias is walking to the ring, and Chris Jericho just out of nowhere appears. And he's like, can I borrow your guitar? Elias like, no. Chris Jericho's like, okay, I have my own. And he started playing about how Elias sucks and stuff like that. And he made and Elias like, don't you do it. He's like, he's like, don't you do it. And Chris like, oh, you thought I was going to make the list. I'm just kidding. No, you're not. And he's like, you just made the list and your stupid scarves. Elias walks off, and Chris Jericho just stares. Hilarious. Elias gets in the ring and starts bashing a bunch of former legends, as well. Like, points out that Jimmy Fallon's in like ringside. John Cena comes out. They get a little brawl, and then what's his name? Elias. Oh, I forgot Elias' name. Low blows John and then hits him with the guitar. Which, how many guitars Elias went through? 2, 3. He gotta stop doing that. Save your guitars. See here. Mark Henry runs to the Godfather in the background. Okay. Just a little like nostalgia. AJ Styles and Mean Gene Oakland had an interview. AJ talks about his match at Royal Rumble against Cammy, which I can't stand. Just call Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. But, you know, Lay Cool, when Layla and Michelle McCool, Michelle McCool came back as well. But Layla and Michelle McCool was the Divas champion at the time, or the women's champion. Forgot which belt they had. They called him Lay Cool. So, and I hope that doesn't say Owens and Zayn's going to win, because I don't like that. DX returns. They have a little nostalgia moment, and then they bring back Scott Hall, and then the Balor Club comes out. Everybody too sweets each other, and then the Revival comes out. Short match between the Club, Gal Anderson, so Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, Gal Anderson, some people call him, beat the Revival, and then the Revival got stunned, or not stunned. They got everybody's finisher knocked out on them, and the Balor Club finished it off, and finally, you had Kurt Angle, who the whole night trying to get a bunch of people together so that when Braun, Brock, and Kane show up, they don't just destroy the whole arena, which they brought out everybody. They brought like the former legends. They brought out, you know, the legends, not just former, but the legends, the current roster. Everybody came out to ringside, and for some reason, when the fight finally broke out, nobody got in their way. Everybody just stayed out and watched. So what's the point to me having everybody outside the ring watching Braun and Kane and Brock Lesnar go at it? I don't know. So they didn't destroy anything besides the table. And that's the Raw review. That's the Raw 25 review. And to me, it was just another show. Like, it was cool to see a bunch of legends, but it was just another show. And I don't know. Just nostalgia. It was just a celebration night. That's all it was supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to be much of anything, so I don't really consider that much of canon. And that's about it for Raw. So the SmackDown review was definitely a better show. I really like SmackDown this week. And it starts off with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in the ring talking about, you know, what they're going to do at the Royal Rumble, how they feel and everything. And AJ Styles comes out and they point out, AJ, you made some dumb decisions, like the match you started this week, or for the match you had at Royal Rumble. And now you also said last week that you'll take on both of us in the same night. Okay, cool. We'll make that happen. And Daniel Bryan to come out and say something, and AJ's like, I don't need you to not validate, but talk on my behalf. I'm going to accept the match. Go back. And Daniel Bryan and Shane gets a little talk, and Daniel's like, I wasn't going to say anything about the match that I think that'd be a bad idea, but AJ wanted it. Okay. And after that, you have Jay Uso versus Chad Gable. Gable wins in a short match. Maybe the two beats up a week, with Jay Uso and his charges. Maybe that's him, like, that's punishment. Like, hey, you gonna take another loss tonight, hopefully, I don't. It's gonna be a good match. It's gonna be a good match at Royal Rumble. I'll talk about that in my Royal Rumble preview later tonight, or later on this episode. So after that, Naomi versus Liv Morgan. Naomi wins. And, you know, I wasn't really upset with this match. I actually liked this match. This match was a fun match to me. See Liv Morgan and Naomi go back and forth. I was okay with that. I was like, okay, I want to see more of this. And then the rest of the SmackDown Women's locker room comes in, got a little bit like elimination style after Naomi wins. Elimination style, like over the top rope eliminations. And then Becky Lynch tried to knock over Naomi. Naomi catches herself, stares down Becky like, really? Charlotte comes out and Charlotte's like, you guys go face me at WrestleMania with this belt. And let me talk about this for a moment. I wish there was a women's title match at the Royal Rumble. Like, I wish Raw or SmackDown, either or. I wish that, you know, Charlotte was wrestling or Alexa Bliss was wrestling. Instead of having them not wrestle that night, like, why? I don't know. I just kind of wish they had a match. Like, one or the other. And maybe it could have been Asuka versus Alexa Bliss. That way that Asuka wins and Nia Jax wins the Royal Rumble, they face each other at WrestleMania. Boom. There it is. It already has a storyline set up with Nia getting injured by Asuka. It just continue on. Continue over. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Braun versus Shinsuke Nakamura. This match was set up early in the back. Like, match set up early in the night in the back when Shinsuke so everybody could get a knee. And Bear's like, you're hyped. Nothing but hype. And Shinsuke like, well, let's rumble tonight. Love it. They go back and forth, the good match. Shinsuke knows how to sell. Oh my gosh. And then, out of nowhere, an RKO on Shinsuke as he's about to win the match. Shinsuke get RKO, and then Baron gets RKO, and Randy's like, don't forget about me. I'm in the match too. So, you're going to set up WrestleMania, or the Royal Rumble, and it was a DQ finish. So, pretty much, everybody still looks strong. Nobody looks weak. I like it. I like it. New Day and Bobby Roode versus Rusev Day and Jinder Mahal. Corey Graves is so mad when the New Day comes out. I love it. I love it. Like, he got mad because the New Day was singing the Glorious Domination theme song of Bobby Roode. They were singing this theme song and everything when Bobby Roode was coming to the ring. And Corey was like, no, they act like they're rock stars. They shouldn't be singing it. They should have been at Raw 25. They shouldn't be. This is horrible. This is... I love it. I love it so much. But New Day and Bobby Roode versus Jinder Mahal and Rusev Day. New Day won a short match. Xavier Woods dropped the elbow on good old Aiden English. And that's that. The New Day will be in the Royal Rumble. Let's see here. And then the final matches, you had Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles, which was a very quick match. Owens got injured. And that played into the second match when Sami Zayn came out and started fighting AJ. And they got into a match. And I don't think AJ ever faced Sami Owens. I don't think AJ ever faced Sami Zayn before. Like, this is the first time I remember in a long time they faced each other. And I was like, why haven't I ever got this match before? This is awesome. Like, this should be the main event. Kevin Owens beating the Royal Rumble. But Sami Zayn versus AJ Styles, and just let them go at it for 20 minutes. I could watch these two wrestle all the time without Kevin Owens being on the side, because Kevin Owens kept distracting AJ, and Kevin was getting help, and AJ kept just going out. He snapped and kept going out and kept kicking AJ and kicking Kevin and knocking over Kevin. And I was like, okay, dude, but that distraction of just Kevin Owens being there caused him to lose the match. And Sami Zayn won with a hula kick, but he won with a blue thunder bomb. And I was like, okay. Which I'm going to do my predictions for Royal Rumble, because that's going to play into what I think about who's going to win. All right, guys, let's do the Royal Rumble predictions. Let's start with the SmackDown Tag Team titles. The Usos versus Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. I said it earlier, I'm sticking with it. Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin should come out the 2 out of 3 falls match. Especially with the Uso, with Jay getting caught with a DUI. I think his punishment needs to last at least a little bit longer, and then they can win again. Plus, it keeps it fresh. That way, the Uso don't keep the belt on them that long, and you get Gable and Benjamin. Sorry, Benjamin. You get them like facing each other for a while. Yeah, I'm okay with that. The Bar versus Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins. I like the idea of Seth Rollins versus Jason Jordan at WrestleMania. So I want to see them keep the titles, and that dissension just slowly starts breaking apart within the next few months. So keeping that to Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan. Brock Lesnar's going to win the match between the Universal match, hands down, against Kane and Braun Strowman. So my next match I have here, AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. This is the one match I'm up in the air about. I don't want to see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn split the titles. Like, I don't like that idea. So I'm going to go with AJ Styles on it. The odds are against him, but I'm just go with him, get the babyface, and I like that. The Women's Royal Rumble. Nia Jax is my pick to win. I think she's the one to win. I don't think Asuka's going to win. I like Nia. Asuka's too much of the easy option. I think Asuka should lose via like some kind of shenanigans. And also, she still has a future title match that Kurt Angle gave her. So have Asuka beat Alexa Bliss at Elimination Chamber and then her face Nia Jax at WrestleMania. Boom. The Men's Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns, he's going to win that match. Roman Reigns is going to win the match. Sorry, guys. And that's the prediction so far. I can't think of anything else. Just a side note, Enzo Amore has been released from WWE after his sexual assault charges came up recently. He was suspended on Monday, and then he was released today. So, not today. This will be the next day. So he released on Wednesday. If I got that wrong, it would have been Tuesday. But yeah, he's been released from the company. So the Cruiserweight Championship has been vacated. And they won't be at the Royal Rumble unless they will put it in the pre-show. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, that's my Royal Rumble review. Did I miss any matches? The tag teams. Women's Royal Rumble. Heavyweight Universal Women's. 6 matches? 6 matches. No. Well, I guess the United States Championship is not going to be in a match. That's already been proven. Intercontinental Championship. He may probably be in the Royal Rumble. Oh. I mean, the Royal Rumble is going to have some very long time. Usually take, an hour? An hour to the show? So, okay. Yeah. Why not? All right, guys. So that's my review of Raw SmackDown this week. What you guys think? Please put in the comment section below your thoughts. And thank you guys for watching this episode. See you next time. Thank you guys for watching this episode. I really appreciate it. Please like, comment in the comment section below. And please subscribe for more episodes of Grind Towards Success, movie breakdowns, or whatever it is you're watching on my channel. I have different stuff from interviews to other movie reviews to wrestling reviews. If you're a wrestling fan, please subscribe if you want to see all that and see what's going on. Also, you can follow me on Snapchat here. Follow me on Instagram there to see what I'm doing in my personal life as well as my business and Ninja Warrior. And lastly, you can watch the last episode of Grind Towards Success here. You can watch the last episode of movie breakdowns there. Thank you guys once again. I really appreciate it. See you next time. Keep being awesome.